Howdy folks, my name is Lance Elliott, and welcome back to Let's Play Major Minor Complete Edition. Let's get back into it here. We're still in Chapter 2. I think there's like 12 chapters, so actually this game's going to take a lot longer than I thought it was. At least if they're all at the same pace as these two, so... Bear, get ready to go here. Veloquez's throne room at an undisclosed time. Please tell me you've allocated the funds. It's a horse. A horse, my kingdom for a horse. Of course, my lord. Indy and Conrad will be paid promptly. There will be no reason for a delay. Very well, Dust. Do you have any news of their journey? Did receive word, actually. They stopped by at the Wayfarer's Tavern, with the Savior in tow, I might add. This is excellent news. They should be here within the day, unless there are any unforeseen delays. Thank you for informing me. You've done a wonderful job, Dusk. I am informed and my treasury is full. I do as any loyal citizen would. Your flattery honors me. Please wait the arrival at the gate. I have some matters to attend to in private. Of course. Of course, he's a horse. I suppose it was about time. I need to prepare myself for what's to come. Ryu, you can come out now. What? Hello, Veloquez. Sorry, that name doesn't convince me. ... by the way. I did not call you here to insult me. Right, I apologize, Master. What in the world? I want to thank you. Thank me? Yes, things are going as we planned. I don't believe we are under suspicion. It's going well indeed. But of course it is. You have me. Yes, of course. Join me, Ryu. We should have a seat in our thrones. For today, everything comes to fruition. Whoa, it's a traitor. And another long loading scene. Well, I guess it's probably not even loading, to be honest. It's such a small game. Took a little bit longer than I thought, but eventually we reached the town. So this is what society is like on Terra. It's not what I expected at all. I'm taken aback. We're instantly bombarded by beggars. They want our food and money for their own purposes. Seems like some sort of third world country. However, Indy and Conrad seem unfazed. Is this a normal occurrence for them? Riley streets. We skillfully weave from side to side. The streets were busy and bustling with activity. Citizens tried to sell us their wares with vigor. Most of them were odd, but all of them suspicious. I used the two assassins as a shield while we walked. I stood behind them and between them. It was not a place I wanted to get lost in, so I did my best to blend in with these locals. I still wasn't certain if I could trust these two, but at this point they were my only hope. I had to err on the side of logic instead of my gut. We can round a few more corners. So much turning, I'm surprised we haven't ended up back where we started. They mentioned we're going to a tavern, the Wayfarer's Tavern, for at least two reasons. To submit my immigration papers and check their mail. Part of me wishes I could have come here on my own, instead of being dragged around by these two. Maybe they could have enjoyed the sights if I did. Instead of being taken on a major mission right away, it seems that I'm working on everyone else's schedule. Still haven't been able to fully relax. Not on Earth, and definitely not on Terra. Of course, before I continue thinking, they stop. They come crashing into both their backs embarrassingly. Better watch your step, dude. Please don't do that in the future. We're trained to attack at sudden contact. ... Either way, I didn't mean to cause the scene. I only meant to turn and address you. Thought we should explain things more. We're not here for your papers. I was wondering about that, actually. Checking their mail seemed like it could wait. Mentioned Lord Player earlier, right? We need to ensure he loses the election. To that end, we hired a local mercenary. They caused an uproar at his latest rally, and they were able to turn his servant. It seems more and more seek his demise. Not sure I agree with these methods. They seem pretty dirty, but then again, these are assassins. Mercenary Kalen was properly arrested. We believe the servant Kabu was as well. However, Kalen's goal is to plant evidence we will uncover during a visit. We're still on friendly terms with Player, but he doesn't suspect us of this treason. Why did Kalen have to be in prison? I'm not sure. Veloquez demanded it. A stealth mission would have been more efficient. Imprisonment can lead to several troubles. I barely realized it, but we started walking again. I must have been too engulfed into talking to notice. Having Player's trust is a major aspect. We're free to make a startling discovery just as soon as Kalen plants the evidence. Indeed, the failed ritual is also key. It brought several Earthlings to Terra, We handed them to player for interrogation. We're definitely in his good books, and we'll be able to continue unhindered. We couldn't hand you to player, however. We need you to blend in with everybody. That's why we're taking you to the tavern. So along with handing in your papers, we're hoping to get mail from Kaylin. Then we can further plan the player scenario. Indy and Conrad stop in their tracks again, but this time it's because we've arrived at the tavern. And so 90, once we get inside, keep a low profile. Try not to arouse any unwarranted attention. You can't have any conflict inside. Take it from me, this place is busy. There are people here from other worlds. Try not to stare if you can do one thing. They don't take quietly to prying eyes. Roger that. After a few moments, we enter. I'd like to see your game. Sure. Probably just overwrite this one because nothing happened. As soon as we enter, I get a sense of deja vu. I'm a dun-dun-dun-dun before, higher than the street. Okay, you get the idea. I feel like I've been here before. I just can't put my finger on it. Take a few steps forward. Scan my surroundings. This place is busy. I see a waitress clumsily stumble around. There's also a man at a desk shuffling papers. We're quickly approached by one of the workers. Howdy there. What brings you in? I blink a couple of times, unsure of what to say. The young rabbit tilts his head and looks behind me. Oh, you guys again? Can you at least buy some drinks this time? We have to make a living, you know. Hey, BB, long time no see, buddy. Not your buddy, guy. Really gonna go and break my heart just like that? Ouch. How about you buy some drinks, then we'll talk. I have an establishment around here. I confess we do like to come here. It's so easy to blend into the crowd. Of course, we can be pretty poor. We don't always have money for drinks. PB sees us as a group of freeloaders. Oh, I just got another achievement. What does it stand for? His name is PB, just like two letters. That's for stand for something. Peanut butter? And don't ask me what my name stands for. It stands for nothing. Nothing at all. I'll find out one day, I know it. What a ferocious little guy. He runs this place on his own. Hey, new guy. He stares me in the eyes.
I need an adult.
Much calmer gaze than Indy. Allow me to welcome you. This is the Wayfarer's Tavern, my humble home, and... Gary, I hate being formal. It's my bar, okay? I run this place. Is he old enough to drink alcohol? What are the laws like on Terra? We opened up a decade ago. Since then we exploded in popularity, but we're also the immigration office. Guess after a long journey you need drinks. Man after my own heart. I'll kill you. Okay. Oh, this little hothead. Not little. EB starts fuming. It looks like he's about to get violent. Before he can, someone steps in front of him. Whoever it is, they keep them in line immediately. Hey. Another bunny. Oh, hey, Fidget. This game came out in 2016, I think. Dusk and Wheezing Tail was already out, wasn't it? I don't know who owns the bunny characters. I know a lot of character owners, but not these two. So the other rabbit or Fidget sniffles nervously. I thought it might be. I thought maybe it would be Mom. You got excited. Got so excited at these new guests. Do you think she'll come back today? ... By the way. No, Fidget, not today, brother. Oh, okay. Besides, it's rude to intrude like that. We were in the middle of a conversation. I said, hey. Puts his hand out to shake mine, but he quickly blushes and pulls it away. Then he runs off. Interesting. Well, sorry about that. That's my brother Fidget. He helps out as much as he can. His dream is to be the best waiter here. Says he wants to make our mom proud. He studies under the current barmaid Trish. Leans forward to whisper in my ear. But to be honest, they're both terrible. It's just hard to turn down free labor. He laughs before pulling back. Practice makes perfect, though, right? Follow me, the three of you. I need to sit down and have a chat. Starts to lead us towards the table. Oh, chapter 3, but we're just gonna keep going here because it's only been 9 minutes. Chapters are just slightly too long to have them in one episode. Evie doesn't sit down with us. Instead, he hovers above the table looking down. Like, is he floating, or is it like he's standing next to the table sort of thing? He slams his fist down on the table. The sound echoes through the tavern and people stare. Repairs? What are you talking about? Repairs for the damage you two have caused. The tavern brawls aren't clean, you know. You two threw a poor guy across the room. You need to pay for the broken glassware. There's a huge dent in the wall, too. Points across the tavern. Sure enough, the wall is damaged. It looks rather fragile, though. That wasn't us. Of course it was. I saw it happen with my own 2 eyes. His body caused the dent. Oh no, you're not talking your way out. Not like the last 10 times. Your mind games won't work on me anymore, guys. They cause damages here often? I'm starting to question these 2 men. Just something expected in our work. I don't care what you have to say, you're paying up, now. We don't have the money. How convenient. I really mean it. Well then I guess I'll add on interest, the cost of damage is tripled. That's not fair, PB, neither is breaking my house. ... by the way. We're on an important mission this time. We'll be compensated greatly, just give us some more time. Are you always on an important mission? Well, yeah, but none have been important as this. We've been hired by the king himself. Is that so? It really is. PB sits down across from the 3 of us. Alright, start talking. Well, it's kind of confidential. Confidential isn't non-existent, you're obviously just buying time, but King would never work with assassins. He sharply inhales as if he's about to yell, but Indy quickly cuts him off. Is he scared? No please, no need to call him here. Fine, you win, I'll tell you. But you have to promise you'll wait. Depends on how good your story is, I suppose. A few moments pass, and then Indy stares at me. Savior, feel free to wander while I explain. No need for you to hear all this again. Please spare me. That much was true. There's no reason to stay. I feel like I've heard this a million times by now. I couldn't help but notice as PB's ears perk up, especially at the mention of the word Savior. I slowly stand up and start to walk away. I can hear a few key words before I'm out of earshot. He's definitely telling PB the same story he told me. First, the center of the tavern with slight anxiety. All the eyes were upon me, watching me. Normally this would be scary, but this feels different. Was I truly a savior of all these people? What would I do to help them exactly? I knew little of the power within me. I wasn't sure how I'd use it to save Terra. There had to be something more to this power, or perhaps something more to the situation. I feel like I haven't been told everything, or at the very least, I should have said Indy, and Conrad haven't. It's so secret that they haven't been told. They were like left and right hand of the king. I scanned the bar one final time, making eye contact, but the people quickly turn away as if in fright. I see a forlorn look in their eyes. I can tell that life for them is less than stellar. That fills me with determination. It fills me with determination. Save the game. One day they would wear faces of true happiness. Once I speak to the king, they'll probably go to the Ark. We'll need to discuss our next move pretty quickly, so I guess the only thing I can do now is wait. I spot Fidget standing at the bar with a barmaid, or perhaps the barmaid, as I haven't seen any others. Decided to approach him for the time being. It's probably better to stick them with familiar faces. I thought Trish was a different character. No, Fidget. Soft circular motions, otherwise you'll risk scratching the glass. Sorry, Trish, I was just doing it how PB taught me. It's possible the character got replaced. Like, I got Sam in because a character got replaced. I took the spot of the Circle character, because... I'll get into that later, I think. Hey, let's not forget the important facts. Remember who the head barmaid is? You are. Indeed, so let PB teach you PB things. I'll teach you barmaid things, got it? Got it. Fidget smiles widely and starts cleaning glassware. Once I'm closer, I formally introduce myself. Fidget pulls out his hand, but immediately retracts it. I have something against shaking hands. She just looks at him and then looks at me. She immediately puts her hand out to shake mine. Unfortunately, she forgot she was holding the glass cup. It drops to the ground and shatters loudly. Apparently, shaking my hand was more important to her. Hey, I'm Trish, the local master barmaid. I like to teach my trade on the side. Fidget is my latest student. Master barmaid, that is a self-proclamation for sure. Something tells me this is going to end horribly. I have flashbacks of Rook teaching Jade his humor. She doesn't clean up the broken glass. Instead, she just takes a few steps to the side. Well, I'm not sure how to take that. I'm teaching Fidget to be the best. He wants to make his mom super proud. That is when she comes back, I mean. Going to be the best barmaid ever. When Mom comes back, she won't recognize me. I think he means bartender. Barmaid is a female nomenclature, and by what did he mean by comes back? Did PB and Fidget's mother go somewhere? There, I already said that. You think you would have noticed. Trish reaches out and pets the top of his head. He perks up and looks incredibly happy at this. They've both just forgotten about the broken glass. Is anyone going to clean that up? Hope she comes back soon. I've been waiting for a really long time. Trish lets out a nervous giggle and looks at me. She takes out another glass and starts cleaning again. So what brings you here? I saw that you came with those two men. Most people say that they attract trouble. I laugh nervously as well, but for a different reason. I tell her they're taking me to meet the king, that and to check their mail while I'm filing my papers. Why are you going to meet King Veliquez? I'm so jealous. Can I come with you? I haven't seen him since I was a kid. Maybe he'll know where my mom is. I think you want to ask the queen where or the king where your mom is. Don't be like that. It's rude to impose yourself on others. You should apologize to Lance 90. Oh, sorry. I get a little excited. Thought he might know where mom is. He's so old he knows all sorts of things. I feel bad. If it weren't for Trish, I'd say yes. He seems really dedicated to finding his mother. Dedication is something you have to respect nowadays. If the situations were reversed, I'd have asked too. So checking the mail, I see that involves chatting with PB. She tilts her head in the direction I came from. I see PB yelling and flailing his arms around. Looks like he's lecturing them pretty fiercely. He gets like that often. He flies off the handle so easily, but you learn to love it, I guess. Indy and Conrad proceed to wave me over. I cut the conversation with Trish and Fidget short. I let them know that we'll continue it later. I had too many questions to stand them up, like where did Fidget's mother go, for example. How do I care that much? That's their problem. I also wanted to learn more about the tavern as well. It'd be best to learn from an unbiased source. I don't believe that Fidget and Trish know my identity. They treat me just like anyone else who came here. Couldn't say the same for Indy and Conrad. They definitely bias in their service to the king. Yet I'm still unsure of how this affects the situation. Sounds good. You know where to find us. Yeah, and the heaping pile of broken glass. Walk back towards Indy and Conrad and PB. Out of the corner of my eye, I see someone staring. They scope me out and route quickly to intercept me, almost like they don't want me to get there. Normally I would have been surprised, but not today. I've constantly been bumping into other people as of late. Stop in my tracks so I don't come crashing into them. For a moment, I'm glad I did. This man is massive. He could probably rip me in two with his sheer strength. In awe of the size of this lad, absolute unit. You. He looks down at me. Suddenly I'm filled with fright. Your friends talk loudly. They want you to hide your role as the savior. Their volume contradicts this desire. His voice is very deep and his accent is thick, like you expect from a band of tribesmen. Not sure that's very PC to say exactly. Wherever he's from, he's not from around here. Tell them to keep their mouths shut. It could get them into very big trouble. Trouble that is otherwise easily avoided. He grips his axe as if to threaten me. So a time like that comes, I'll be there. I offer protection in exchange for money. That is when I'm not babysitting PB. Him and his brother need constant watch, but I sell my services in my spare time. You'll know where to find me, Lance 90. So he's guarding a PB and Fidget. This must be who PB threatened to get involved earlier. If that was the case, I don't blame Indy's reaction. I'm sorry for not introducing myself. I feel a little out of place over here. Name's Righty. That's better. You can call me Righty. I run the Mercenaries Guild here on Terra. So 2014 again, or 2016. This actually would have came out before Ultimate Custom Night. Was that the one, the FNAF game that added Lefty? Extends his arm to shake mine. I do so in turn. He has a grip that's more than firm. If he tried, he could easily break my hand. I'm known here as the Protector. My services are costly, but worthwhile. I guide people along their paths in life. I'm not sure I heard everything, but your path seems to be quite an arduous one, so I'm sure you'd benefit from my help. You should keep your identity more secret. Indy and Conrad have been loud about it. It could attract a certain kind of person. Those who would hold you for ransom or do other unimaginable things. I need an adult. Can't be the only one who overheard, so you must assume that other people know. To that end, I have a proposition. I need an adult. Meet me in the wine cellar whenever you can, and do make sure to come alone, alright? You need to be away from some watchful eyes. Without another word, he walks off. His large steps shake the floor beneath me. My heart is beating like a drum. I don't think I've ever seen a man so imposing. Continuing my walk over to Indy, Conrad, and PB, but I'm still open to getting interrupted again. I have a habit of bumping into random people lately. So I see you met Righty, always so eager to sell his services, but at least he's able to make money. I don't have your kind of money. I have dollar bills. Hey, you said you'd be okay with waiting. Unless you just conned the story out of us. I haven't had dollar bills. I might have a credit card, which would totally not work here at all. That wouldn't be cool at all, PB. Oh yeah, the savior, my guarantee for prompt renovations. I hope for your sake that story is true. If I don't get my money like they promised, I'll get Righty involved here pretty quick. He's not kind to those who cross me. Hey now, there's no need for that. We have no reason to lie. We mean it. I guess we'll see now, won't we? PB trots off towards Trish and Fidget. I wouldn't be surprised if he yells at them next, or if he accidentally steps in that broken glass carpet. So that was Variety. We almost worked with him. He was going to be the third assassin, but as you can see, it didn't work. He branched off to form his own unit. Except for my unit. I guess you could say he's our rival. We fight against him more often than not. He steals a lot of our business, you know, with us having to kill someone. He sells his services to protect them. That's why we haven't killed anyone lately. Velasquez is getting us different work. Like the kind of a player scheme, you know? I'm not sure what Righty wants with you. Probably just sees a chance for money. I don't like those types of people. I'll bet that he wants you instead. Velasquez has promised lots of money, an amount that Righty could never deny. Be wary that he tells you. His lust for gold could mean subterfuge. He'll frighten you into feeling vulnerable. That's when he'll give you his pitch. He's a great salesman, that's for sure. But Conrad and I, on the other hand, we have nothing to hide from you. If he wants to meet you, then by all means. I have some mail to check in the meantime, as well as some immigration papers to file. Suppose I'll be seeing you later then. I'll just be here twiddling my thumbs. I don't get to be involved in anything fun. I mean, not that checking mail is fun. Oh, one more thing though. If Righty wants to team up with us, tell him to go find his own savior. He's always after a huge sum of money. He'll pretend that that's not the case. I bet he'll want to mend things with us. At that, I'd laugh in his face. It's business, and we're rivals. I'm not doing anything with that man again. I nod. I wasn't aware they had a history like this, but suddenly some of their actions made sense. Seems like everyone here is related in some way. They all have pasts that intertwined with one another. I start to walk in the same direction as Righty. I hope that this cellar will be easy to find, and sure enough, it actually is. See a large wooden door with a drawing taped onto it. It's a cartoon wine bottle with arms and legs. On closer inspection, it has a wide, beaming smile. In the corner, it says, "This is my best friend," and underneath that, it's signed by Fidget. That's cute. Perhaps I'll compliment him later. Okay, yeah, Fidget. I was getting him confused with Trish. I was like, him, huh? I was on a mission of importance. Open the wine cellar and begin my descent, my mind filled with doubts about what Righty could want. I'd like to save your game. Yes. Alright, we still haven't made any decisions, I think, but it's going to save over the same one. That's where we'll leave it for now. I believe this is as far as we got in the first time I played the game, so after this is going to be all new stuff for me. But it also hasn't been since 2016 since I played this, so I don't even really remember most of it anyway. But I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, remember to hit the like button, keep the conversation going in the comments, and subscribe if you want to see more. Until next time, I hope you have a good day.